The thing is, VAR came in with such good intentions. It could have been such a positive thing for the sport. And now it's just gotta go, all right? It's gotta go. It's gotta go like how I need to go after I've had milk and I'm lactose intolerant. It needs to go right now, my guy. It needs to get out of the building, never to be seen again other than goal line technology, all right? Sayonara, my guy. Ugh. Hey, NarendraTheComic here, and I am... Control yourself, my guy. You don't need to be riled up. You don't need to get riled up for no reason. So calmeth thyself. Calm, breathe, one breath. Okay. I'm calm. My heart's racing a bit, but I'm calm. Okay. Spurs yesterday went through one of the most disgusting crimes in football that can happen right now. I mean, VAR has been shoddy the whole season, okay? It's been absolutely disgusting. The amount of penalties that have been given away, the amount of wrongful decisions that have been had because of this disgusting thing, which started off as goal line technology. Like, we all need goal line technology, guys. If the ball goes over the line, we should all say the ball went over the line. Which is why I think everyone agreed with that. It's that classic adage. You let them have an inch, they take a mile. And that's what the technology sector has done, and FIFA has done specifically with football. They are destroying football. When you watch what happened yesterday with Spurs, when you watch what happened with United the week before with Crystal Palace, there's all these things going on. And yesterday's scenario was one of the worst I've seen. Like, there was a situation that happened earlier on in the day, and the ball struck against a player's hand in the box, but the player was 3 to 4 yards away from the ball. So in some ways you can understand it's a penalty, but in most cases I would not give that first instance from yesterday as a penalty. But with the Eric Dyer handball, alright, it makes no sense. No one in their right mind, whether you were like 4 years old or whether you were 65, you're not going to be like, yeah, that's a handball. It doesn't matter. What happened yesterday was not a handball. Andy Carroll's coming out today being like, well, pencil jumps the way forward. Yeah, you can say that and joke about, but to be fair, you tried this, I think, 2 or 3 times from when you came on the pitch. You actively headed the ball into somebody's arm to try and get a penalty. And you claimed it every single time, might I add. And it got checked every single time. The last time, I cannot see how it's a penalty. Dyer is back to the ball. He can't see the ball. He gets pushed. He's in midair. And his arm is out by his side because he's bloody 9 feet in the air trying to jump against Andy Carroll, a 7-foot behemoth. I don't know what you want a player to do in that situation. Maybe Andy Carroll's right. Maybe you need to teach kids to bloody pencil jump. You already see, defending-wise, it's been absolutely ridiculous because defenders are literally now putting their hands behind their backs and defending like this. When it comes to a player running at them in the box, their arms are just behind their back. You can't defend like that, especially if you've got someone quick running at you. It's just not possible. It's not plausible. And while coaching staffs and managers are trying to find workarounds defensively, it's just shoddy and shocking decision-making. How you can look at that after you've seen the monitor and say, yes, that is indeed a penalty, I don't know. But these are the new rules. These are the rules that have been implemented by FIFA to say everyone should look at following these rules. That way we can play a game globally and everyone will understand the rules when you go to different tournaments or whatever. I think, fuck that. Completely screw that. Premier League, do what you want. You know, you are the best league in the world for a reason. You are the most entertaining league in the world for a reason. Don't go playing another person's tune. Do what you need to do. The FA, grow some balls, say, no, FIFA, you can get out of here. I don't want any of that nonsense going on. Because at this rate, we might have like 100 penalties in the Premier League this year. There are going to be penalty takers on the top 10 goal scorers list solely because they're the penalty taker. Imagine Bruno Fernandes this year. If we play a 38-game season, he gets 3-4 goals in the regular season and he gets 12 penalties. The guy ends up with 16 goals in the league. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. It's absolutely shocking. And I think this type of shit needs to stop. It needs to go. Like I said, goal line technology was what this started with. And I was chill. I was like, you know, sometimes Alfred, you know, he helps Batman. Batman's on the pitch. He's doing things. Referee's doing things. He needs to be like, Alfred, did it cross the line? And Alfred's like, yes, sir, it did cross the line. But now, Alfred's like calling all the shots. Alfred's calling the shots behind the screen. Batman's out there doing his job, refereeing the game. And Alfred's like, Yeah, there's problems here. And Batman's out there like, I didn't see a problem. And Alfred's like, nah, big problem. The ball hit his hand. I mean, did it hit his hand, or did he hit the ball with his hand? Either way, a ball hit a hand and we need to look at it. And then they'll look at it and obviously they're just going to give it, because now the ball hits the hand and your arms are not in on yourself, completely in on yourself. Like, if your arms are like this, you might be okay. If your arms are like this, you might be okay. But if that's the situation, defending is just going to be absolutely impossible, and attackers are going to have a field day in a lot of ways. So I think this entire situation needs to be figured out. Spurs have been screwed twice now this season. First with the Doherty penalty, which I don't think was a penalty. Maybe more so than this, but this Dyer situation is just, well, dire, to be honest. And the fact there have been so many penalties given already is a bad look for the Premier League. It's a bad look for the season. I do not want this to continue. I think that the players need to actually come together here and say, this is terrible. Steve Bruce came out after the match and was like, this is wrong, guys. His team were being destroyed. His team were being wedgied on the pitch. On the pitch, they were having their bloody underwear pulled up on them. And he's like, nah, we should have lost, boys. We should have lost. And it's a very bad decision. Because we probably should have. You know, it's this double-edged sword, right? We can say, oh, the VAR, which is completely valid. But at the same time, really, we should have put away our chances better than we did. We were either hitting it right into the keeper's hands, or the keeper was making a couple of good saves, hit the woodwork 2 or 3 times. We just weren't doing it. We were having so much possession. We were having shots. We were having so many shots on target. But we only scored 1 goal. And if we'd been 2-0 up, this would have been a non-problem. If we'd been 3-0 up, this would have been a non-problem. But the fact it was 1-0 up to the 94th minute, I was looking at it being like, when Davies hit Højbjerg, whatever you want to say, when he hit him and plastered him with that ball and it almost went in as an own goal, I looked at this and was like, these guys are nervous here. Why are the boys nervous? You've been dominating for 93 minutes. What's going on here? And then Andy Carroll just heads the ball onto someone's arm and it's a penalty and the game's destroyed. And if by the end of the season, whether it's a half season, as I've discussed before, or a full season, we end up being 2 points away from whatever the situation is, whether it's Champions League, Europa League, I'm not saying the league title, but whatever the situation is, then it's solely because of this moment here. Solely because of this moment. And that's just disgusting when you really think of it like that. This is bad decision making. It's not fully the referee's fault. I don't think it's really the referee's fault at all. It's VAR's fault. It's what they're doing behind the scenes. And the referee has to uphold what they're saying. That's the way this system is going. So scrap the system. Managers, players, coach, fans come together, make a petition, make it get like 4 million bloody signatures around the world. And then the Premier League will just be like, well, we have to stop it. I guess we have to stop it. So guys, just stop it. We also have Son injured now. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. We're probably going to play like bloody 17-year-olds against Chelsea and get absolutely whipped on the pitch. And it's what it is. I can't do anything about that. I don't mind if Mourinho plays a bloody under-18 side or under-23 side against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, because the Europa League playoff fixture is much more important, especially with no Son. Bergwijn, you better do a job, my guy. I believe in you, but don't overestimate your pace, because I think you think you're pacey, but you're not really that pacey, to be honest. You're not. Maybe Reguilon, the ragu for the pasta can come on and play down the left as well. That could be a good first game for him, but Harry Kane, my guy, do the job, you know? It's all in your hands here. It's all in your hands. I know that's a lot of pressure. Son does alleviate that slightly. But this is all you now, my guy. This is all you. So get us that bloody Europa League group stage spot. It's crazy. A year ago, 2.5 years ago, I would have been like, guys, what is going on here? What's going on with this Europa League group stage? We should be in Champions League group stage. But times change. Shit happens. And sometimes you have an off season. But this season, we are playing, in my opinion, a lot better than we did at the beginning of last season, and even how we were playing at the end under Mourinho. Bale, you can't come quick enough at this point. With Sonny out for potentially a month, maybe more, you better get your shooting boots on. You better get your bloody fitness up to scratch. And you better get on the pitch demonizing people, destroying people, demolishing people on that right wing. All right? Cut in, get the goal, move on. Cut in, get the goal, move on. Great. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then BALE will come after you. And you don't want that. Cutting in, as I said, on the right wing. Nobody wants that. No one wants to be a left back playing against BALE on right wing. No one will want to do that because you're just going to get pantsed on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. You don't want that, as I said. You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Yep, been doing it for over 2 years now. We ain't stopping. No stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Come back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content because we're hashtag never not here. Indeed, we bringeth the quality shittieth of the contentieth every day. I love the bakwas, and the bakwas is nonsense in Punjabi. And there'll be more bakwas here tomorrow. See you then. Skadoosh.